Closing out October with a matchup in the Big Ten against Minnesota, and Coach, the second to the last chance for some of these seniors to hit the field, and that starts to hit home for them.
You know, it really does. In fact, a lot of those fifth-year guys, like the guys that Stan Whites of the world and Brandon Mitchells and Troy Smiths, and you know, so many of those guys have been here so long, and they see their time slipping away. That I heard that talked about a lot this week by those kids.
Well, and you know the opponent coming in well enough to know that all you have to do is look at last year's film. And I know they were drilled this week, especially the defense, about what Minnesota was able to do. Beware of big plays and such.
Well, no doubt, 396 yards passing, and they ran the ball fairly well against us. Our defense was, you know, they made up their minds that wasn't going to happen in our stadium.
Well, up to the task as well as we take a look at first half highlights. And, of course, we begin. Nice crown out there for OSU. Homecoming day. And it started out to be a pretty nice day. A little windy out there.
A little windy, but the sun came, and it's much better than it was yesterday. And there's Marcus Merrick, who was our silver anniversary captain 25 seasons ago. He was the Buckeyes captain and all-time leading tackler. And he talked to our guys this morning, did a great job. And for some reason, Minnesota chose to kick off into the wind. And we were able to field it, and Teddy gets it out across the 40, and that was huge to start the game.
Yeah, not anything that you're going to complain about with that kind of start and field position, and also having the wind at your back to get going here. Troy creating again.
Here he found Stan White, and Stan did a good job getting the first down there. Stan had a couple nice catches, and he's a good receiver from that fullback spot. Here you see Antonio Pittman on a key first down conversion, and I thought Antonio ran really solid in the ball game.
Yeah, you come back with the run as well as pass down the field, and you go back to Pittman as well from 10 yards out. Waltz is in for the touchdown, 7-0.
Excellent job with the blocking. Our offensive line controlled a little zone play, and Pitt did a good job, and it was good getting up.
Well, good getting out on that first drive, and you're back here right quick after a 3-and-out on defense. You get the ball back and start moving into positive territory. A little over pursuit is why you go to that?
Well, we did a little boot look and then threw a screen back because people love to try to stop the boot, and Pitt did a good job there. Mo Wells carrying up there. We're forced to go for a field goal, and heck of a job into a treacherous wind. Kind of blowing side to side, and Aaron Petrie hit it straight.
Yeah, really a swirling right to left wind. He knocked it right down the center for a 10-0 lead, scoring your first two drives, and defense is right there to answer the call again.
You see Curtis Terry and Marcus Freeman. Our defense played solid all day long, put pressure on Cupido all day, and heck of a job by their guy coming up with the catch there.
Yeah, it's a 3rd and 12 play, and 9 yards. The defense will take that because it forces a punt situation. Back on offense, Anthony Gonzalez.
A little option-type throw by Troy. He could have either handed off or thrown the little bubble, and he threw it to Gonzo there. And then we come back with the play-action pass. He went to his check-down receiver, which was Stan White, and again, Stan's a heck of a good receiver.
Yeah, it's a 1st and 10 play, pickup of 11 after Gonzalez had the first down on the previous catch. And you go back on the ground here, 17 yards. Actually, it's through the air, but it's to your running back.
That's right.
Being effective out of the backfield, catching the ball.
No question. The screen game was going to be important, especially with the wind. You weren't going to throw the ball up the field as much on a day like this. And then here you see Stan White did a nice job blocking there. And unfortunately, Beanie fumbled the football. And, you know, that if we're going to be a great football team when all is said and done, we've got to eliminate those.
Minnesota recovers, and sudden change defense, 1st and 10. You see it done there by Antonio Smith. Plenty of him last week, no gain on that play.
Well, he can read things and plays them, and there you see James Laurinaitis on the sack, and our guys do a heck of a job putting pressure on quarterbacks.
Legion of Laurinaitis out there full force, and the only Minnesota native on your roster. 4th down and a good solid stop.
I tell you, this was a huge stop because just from the emotion of the whole thing, that's tough on them, and it's great for us. And then we come back and we're running the football in there, and Antonio Pittman doing a nice job gaining good yards for us.
Yeah, 7 yards is the pickup there, and on a 2nd and 10 play, 11 yards to Gonzalez.
Well, again, good job on the boot play action type thing, and then we come back and throw another little boot route here, and we ended up taking the comeback part of it, which is Teddy Ginn on the comeback. He pushed his defender real deep, and we're moving the ball.
After that first down pickup, 15 yards complete to Ginn. What a great play by Troy Smith and Brian Robisky.
Well, it was a good look. He looked to the other side first, and Brian Robisky converted versus a roll-up corner, and Troy found him, and that was a big touchdown.
And then you get the defense stepping up here. You're in the hole as far as turnovers are concerned, so you even it out there.
Yeah, we did. It ended up 3-3 for the day. It's good to see Malcolm get another takeaway, and unfortunately we didn't do anything with that last one. Wish we would have in the last minute or so of the half. But we played a solid first half. I didn't think it was extraordinary, but I thought our second half, as you'll see, was a lot more consistent.
And seeing how you come out and adjust the game plan, like you say, the wind swirling, you're not going to throw the ball down the field so much, but being able to throw the screen pass. I know Antonio Pittman loves to be able to catch the ball out of the backfield and show that he's a complete back.
Well, there's no doubt about it. When you have wide receivers like we have, and we've shown we'll get the ball to the tight end, I think you have to complete your package and get the ball to the running backs, and Antonio Pittman's a good receiver.
Defensively, also knowing that maybe Minnesota isn't going to be able to throw it down the field, they give you a lot of different looks. They'll show you, the full house and then try to throw deep sometimes, obviously not on this particular day, but a lot of different looks in there.
They really do. They're very creative with the use of motion and putting their tight ends different places. It really hurt Minnesota not to have number 89. Yeah. He was an excellent football player, and Glenn's team has been banged up all year, whether it's some guys up front or loses a guy from an academic perspective over the summer. Minnesota's not as good as they would be if they had all their folks there, but they'll keep fighting, and that's the way they played.
Well, Spaeth out, hurts obviously, but they kept throwing to the tight end and kept it, because that's part of their package. That's what they do.
Well, that's who they are.
Coach, we have second half highlights coming up straight ahead. Stay with us here on Buckeye Football Weekly.